under Article 17(2) of the Constitution, the right to form political parties is guaranteed, and over the years, the Supreme Court has robustly interpreted Article 17(2) to not just forming but also operating as a political party. Contesting elections with a unified symbol falls squarely within this right. And denying an electoral symbol.
Just slow down. Contesting election with a
unified symbol falls squarely. Unified symbol falls
with a unified
symbol falls squarely within this right. Denying an electoral symbol.
The third point of the
same one. Just ending, closing it now.
Yes, right.
Denying an electoral symbol based on alleged irregularities in intra-party elections is a violation of Article 17(2) and an unreasonable restriction, and hence void. The third ground, Your Lordship, connected with this is that the interpretation of the provisions of the Election Act proposed by the ECP would amount to a violation of Article 17(2) and hence is incorrect. My third point is, Your Lordship, fourth one, that the Constitution states that the Election Commission is not a court of law. And if its orders are contrary to facts or arbitrary and even unreasonable, then they are subject to judicial review. The fifth point is, Your Lordship, then my argument will be based on is that ECP has acted in a discriminatory manner.
Has acted in
a discriminatory manner in violation of Article 25 and its malafide is apparent on the face. Malafide in law and facts is apparent. My next point will be, Your Lordship, that since the fundamental question involves the civil rights of a political party as well as the individuals, it can only be decided by following the provisions of Article 10A through a fair trial. ECP, not being a court of law, cannot give a fair trial within the meaning of Article 10A. And in fact, no such trial took place. And last thing I'll be arguing is, Lordship, that none of the members of the PTI have filed or challenged the elections. They can only dispute this matter before a civil court because PTI is a political party which is a private association of citizens. And the ECP has no suo motu jurisdiction to become a complainant and adjudicator in one. Okay. So these are my grounds that I'll be. And lastly, I will say that on merits, I followed the constitution of PTI and held the intra-party elections. This is going to be the parameters of my arguments, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, we'll see. Your Lordship will see that the election, the brief facts that I'll be discussing only to start with are as follows. ECP, in fact, I'll start by saying that PTI held its elections on 8th of June 2022. Your Lordship may call them the first election. And ECP vide its order dated 23rd of October 23, directed that elections be held within 90 days. They said these elections are void and you should hold new elections in 20 days. Why they said that may not be relevant to this case, but I'll briefly inform the court. They said this because, according to them, the council that had made the amendment under which the elections were held, the council was not valid. It was not functional, according to them.
What do you mean by council?
The executive council of the PTI.
PTI.
So we had 20 days, and at the same time, your lordship remembers, round about that time, your lordship had decided that the elections will be held on 8th of February.
When was that?
Through a judgment that your lordship.
What was the date?
I'll just find out the date. I'll just find out the date. And so there was time constraint. We had 20 days and we were very scared, I may add, that if we don't hold the elections, then Election Commission of Pakistan may take action against the party and keep it out of the politics and the elections. So we decided that while we will be challenging the vires of that order, we should also comply. And so, your lordship, we held the elections, the second intra-party elections on 2nd of October 2023.
2nd of October or December?
2nd of December, sorry. 2nd of December. These elections, your lordship, were called in question. We filed the forms 65, which is the requirement. We filed all the documents. But then 14 persons who alleged that they were members filed applications before the Election Commission. And in those applications, they said that these elections should be declared void and there should be re-election. This was their prayer. There should be re-election.
Complaints are on record?
They are on record.